So I am hauling up to New York right now. It's not New York City. I'm just hauling to a little town in New York. I did find a layover barn in Pennsylvania. Altogether, it is about 15 hours of driving. Today I am driving for about 12 hours. When hauling, you got to make sure that you stop to give the animals rest. So I am stopping every 3 to 4 hours just to kind of give myself a break and give the animals a break, let them sit still for a minute. And then I do try to find layover barns on my longer hauls. So like today, since I am hauling about 15 hours, I got this nice layover barn. There's going to be stalls. So all 6 animals will be stalled when I arrive there. I can't remember the name of the barn where I'm doing my layover, but I am going to make sure that I share that. I gave them a call. The lady was extremely nice. She's very, very accommodating, and the price was reasonable. She even has a spot for me to park my truck and trailer there, so I can sleep tonight, and I'm going to be sleeping in my truck to save money. I do have a road companion. His name is Hondo. That's my dog. He is turning 6 in October, and I've had him since he was a puppy. He's going blind, but he's just as loving as can be. That's my boy. That's Hondo. I am making a stop in about 2.5 hours. I am going to Buc-ee's. For everybody that knows what Buc-ee's is, Buc-ee's is amazing. If you haven't been to Buc-ee's, I definitely recommend that you stop by one on a road trip if you're doing one, or if you got one close by, just go check it out. They've got so many things to look at. Home decor, they have amazing food, and very cheap fuel, so that's one of the reasons I like stopping there. But I'm gonna keep giving updates as I go. If I see something cool, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm looking at. Right now I am driving in Tennessee. I just went through Nashville. So this is a very common occurrence when I am hauling. Lots of traffic. Usually I just sit here, listen to my music, sing along, but I can't stand the traffic sometimes.
Do you have to go to the bathroom again before we leave?
That's what it's called? Chinese players. I think they found
Get it. You have to get something drinking, get it out of here.
Order 562, ready for pickup at the deli.
Order 405 ready. Order 273 is ready.
So I just made it into Knoxville. I still have, probably 6 hours of driving left today. Maybe a little bit more. But I did stop off and let the animals rest for about 20-30 minutes. I have a water trough back there and some hay, so they all got a chance to get some water and maybe grab a couple bites of hay. I'll be going up through Virginia, and then Virginia, I think I'm going through Pennsylvania, and then that's where I'm stopping as well. I might have to go through Maryland. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I am in Knoxville. Y'all another update soon. So I still have about 6.5 hours left until I get to my layover barn. I am about to get into Virginia, and from Virginia I'm going up through Maryland and then into Pennsylvania, and then I'll be stopped there for tonight, and then I'm gonna get up early in the morning, head up to New York, drop the horses off, and then I'm heading back down towards Tennessee. I do have another job lined up for Sunday, so I'll probably end up spending tomorrow night in Kentucky or West Virginia. I haven't really decided yet, but I'm also going to see if I can find any more hauling jobs to take down towards Kentucky, because then I can just have that much more money. Hopefully I could get these trips to pay for the fuel for the big trip. That's the plan, but we just have to see. I got to bid on the jobs and see if I can land any. Everybody bids differently, so you get some and you lose some, so we'll see what I can do. But I'm not going to look until I stop again, and I'm going to be stopping around 4 o'clock just to give these animals another break, let little Hondo out so he can use the bathroom, get him some more water, and yeah, so I'll be probably about halfway through Virginia when I stop. I'm assuming I'll be around Roanoke when I stop, and then I'll be heading up from there. But I will keep showing y'all the beautiful views that we got going on here. I don't know how to flip the camera around when I'm already filming, so we'll show you some views. Yeah, not much of a view there, just a bunch of trees, but beautiful sky right now. They say that there's a major thunderstorm along this route, but it shouldn't be too bad. So I decided to stop off in Bristol, just let the dog out, get some water, all that good stuff. about a 15-minute break, and I'm back on the road now. And yep, still got 5.5 hours left on the drive, but Virginia's pretty nice. I am almost to Maryland. I've got about 3 hours left on the drive now. It started raining. There's a severe thunderstorm. I said something about that earlier. But this is all we got right now. Just a little bit of rain. I'm sure it's going to get worse as we keep going. And hopefully it'll clear up here soon. But I stopped again, checked on all the animals. They're doing great. We still got plenty of hay left, plenty of water left. So we're just gonna keep on trucking. It's still raining pretty good, but I am almost to Maryland still. I just stopped for fuel. That rainbow over there is pretty cool looking. It's like shooting straight up. So the rain has finally cleared up. I still got about an hour before we hit Maryland. I'm getting close though. But I'm getting up towards northern Virginia right now. And I've been driving for 9 hours. I don't do trips like this very often. I maybe do these long trips every couple months, something like that. Typically my trips are a lot shorter, do 4 or 5 hours. A lot of them are just an hour and a half, something like that. The lower haul, like the lower mileage hauls, stuff like that around Tennessee. But I do like these longer hauls sometimes because I get to see things I've never seen. Get to visit different states. Since I started hauling, I've got to visit almost all of the southern states and a few of the states along the East Coast, North Carolina, South Carolina. I've been through Maryland. I got to go through Washington, D.C. I do not recommend going through Washington, D.C. in a horse trailer. It is not very fun. You can't see as much as you'd like to. And yeah, I would not recommend it. But today I'm visiting one new state, which is Pennsylvania. I've never been to Pennsylvania before. And then tomorrow I get to go up to New York, and I've never been to New York before, so there's 2 more states that I get to see just on this trip. So I think that's the best part about it. Unfortunately, Caitlin could not make it. She's not there. That's her usual spot. You'll see her there sleeping on some trips. And she had to stay home and watch the baby. So just me and the dog. But I'll update you guys when I'm getting to Maryland. The sun is starting to go down, so it will be pretty dark next time I come out. So you won't be able to see much, but I will give you an update. So I guess I was wrong. I am going through West Virginia first, and then it looks like I'm going through Maryland, and then into Pennsylvania there. I don't think I'm going to be in West Virginia for very long before I get into Maryland. I barely even saw it on the GPS. But right now I'm in West Virginia. I've been here before. I hauled a horse up here a few months back. I hauled a horse to Maryland, and on the way back is when I went through Washington, D.C. We drove through West Virginia, down through Kentucky. We picked up a cow in Kentucky, and then we brought that cow down to Georgia and then back up home to Tennessee. So right now we are in West Virginia, and I think pretty soon here we're going to be out of West Virginia. I'm just going to keep y'all on here for right now. Just keep filming. West Virginia welcome center sign right there. It's kind of blurry, but it's dark out, so that would probably explain why it's a little blurry. So for those of you that don't know, I got engaged back in February. Well, me and my fiance, we bought a house earlier this month, and we've been moving in. I built a pasture out there. It's a little 2-acre pasture. Right now it's got 2 horses hanging out in there. We supplement hay. We've got 2 round bales in there at any given moment, and a big water trough. I do have one of my Mustangs in the back. She's hanging out in the round pen, and we're going to be setting up a little catch pen area for her, just for her to hang out in, so that way she has some turnout time. Once she gets better about me getting up and getting her caught, then she'll be moved out to the to a bigger pasture, and I'm about to build another pasture out there. It's going to be about 3 acres, and then we got a lot of logging to do on the property, and as soon as we're done with that logging, I'm going to build another pasture out back, and that'll be our big pasture. It'll probably be I'd say about an 8-acre pasture that we're going to have back there, or we're going to split it off into 2 pastures. We haven't really decided yet, but I was about to start on the other pasture when my fiance decided that we were going to start remodeling the inside of the house. So I've been pretty busy with that. It's kind of good to get a little break from that. You know, got this hauling job, don't have to work on the house, so it's kind of nice. But it's all got to get done eventually, so looks like might be coming up to another state here soon. But I'll let you guys go for now, and then as soon as I get to Maryland, I'll give you guys another update. Alright, I am coming up on Maryland now. I'm about to pass over the state line, and I'm going through one of the thinnest parts of Maryland. So now we're officially in Maryland now, and I'm only going to be driving through Maryland for about 15-20 minutes, something like that. And then I'll be in Pennsylvania, which is where I'm stopping for the night. I found the Layover barn. I gave the lady a call, and the name of the farm is Forever Friday Farms. They offer layovers if you're hauling horses through Pennsylvania. They offer a layover. They got a 6-stall barn where they'll put horses up for you, and the rates are very reasonable. I believe she charges $35 a stall, is from what I remember. Since the animals I have are fairly small, I'm just gonna take up 3 stalls. I'm gonna keep the buddies with the buddies so they can hang out together for the night and just have some time to relax before we hit the road again in the morning. Even though tomorrow morning the the ride is pretty short, it's still good to find the layover barn if you can. That way you can give the horses a rest from being in the trailer, let them stretch their legs out a little bit. And all that. I mean, even though if you're hauling long distances, you do want to stop every 3 to 4 hours just to kind of give the animals a break. Give yourself a break. I mean, after 4 hours of driving, my legs are pretty shot, honestly, so definitely got to give yourself some breaks. If you are doing the long hauls too, it's best to have hay and water available to the horses at all times. At least that's what I think. And I like to let the horses ride loose. Pretty much every haul I do, I let the horses ride loose, unless I'm only going, an hour or so away. Maybe I'll tie the horse up, but I like to let them just have free roam of the trailer, or the cut gate that they're inside. And I got 3 cut gates in my trailer, or 2 cut gates, so I got three pens really in the trailer. The first one's pretty small, probably fit 1 horse in there, a couple minis, and then the other 2 are the same size. I can fit 2 horses in each of those, maybe 3 of them, but it comes in handy, especially if you're doing hauling. You can have a couple different pens, so you can haul a couple different groups, stuff like that. But I'm about to be out of Maryland here soon. I'll be in Pennsylvania fairly shortly. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, get back to the GPS, and I'll start recording again once we hit Pennsylvania. Alright, I'm about to pass into Pennsylvania. This is my first time in Pennsylvania, and I was only in Maryland for actually about 10 minutes. So yeah, I was going through the really thin part. So there's the Pennsylvania sign, and now we're officially in Pennsylvania. So I've got maybe another 40 minutes before I'm at my layover barn, and I am ready to get there, ready to get these horses unloaded, and these animals, and ready to relax. Been driving for a little over 11 hours now. I'm gonna double check to see exactly how long I've been driving once I get there, and I'll give you guys an update once I get all settled in. Well, actually, I'll start filming again when I'm pulling up to the barn, and then once they're all settled, I'll record a little bit more, and then I'm going to bed. And tomorrow morning when I take off, I'll record something else for y'all, and we only got 4 hours from there till we get to our place. I'm gonna mess around with that time lapse a little bit more too. It was just really shaky. I had it propped up against my windshield, and it just kept falling over. So I'm gonna get a stand to put on my windshield, probably like a little phone holder, and I think it'd be pretty cool to do a full time-lapse video of one of my trips, just so y'all can see everything I see, but really fast. Alright, well, I'm gonna get back to the road, get back to the GPS, and we'll see y'all soon. Well, I made it over to the layover barn. We got the animals in their stalls, and now I am gonna try to go to sleep. It's about midnight here, and I got an alarm set for 6. Try to get up around then, get the animals back on the trailer, and then hit the road. Yeah, I'm exhausted. Well, we'll see you in the morning. Alright, The horses are hanging out and doing good in our layover. About to back up, get them loaded, and I'll be on my way.
Hi, my name is Ilea Griffiths. I'm the owner and operator of Forever Friday Farm here in Newville, Pennsylvania. We offer layovers and horse boarding to those traveling, those in the area that need a safe place to pull off and lay up your horses. So short-term stays we do offer. We have 12 by 12 stalls, and we have dry lots that we utilize for short stays. If you're interested, you can look us up on Facebook. We do have a page on there with lots of information. I also have a website. You can just Google us, Forever Friday Farm, or you're welcome to reach out via email, foreverfridayfarm@yahoo.com, or feel free to text or call 717-315-1555. I'm happy to offer this service to those traveling. Personally, I know the stresses of hauling, especially when you're far away from home and you have nowhere to stop and don't have a safe place to, pull off and unload your horses, let them rest, let them rehydrate. So I really, enjoy offering the service to people. We love those that keep coming back to us. We have a lot of return customers. And if you have any questions, please reach out. I'm always happy to try to accommodate people. The other thing too is some people don't have living quarters. So we do offer on-site lodging. I have a 28-foot camper. It's pretty brand new inside, pretty immaculate. We keep it very clean. And we offer that for rent also, whether you have a load of horses or livestock or you don't. We offer that if you just need a place to pull off and sleep. We have hookups, we have water hookup. So yeah, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to give you a hand. Take care.
So we are on the road again. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. Got in pretty late last night too. I didn't end up falling asleep till about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock maybe. If anyone has ever tried to fall asleep in a truck and that person is 6'3", they understand how I feel right now. It's not a very comfortable spot to sleep. I do have a couple more days on the road before I get home. So I am definitely gonna try to figure something else out tomorrow. Maybe find a cheap hotel and get some good sleep there because I did not sleep well last night. But here we are, we're on the road, and we got 3 hours and 45 minutes till the drop-off in New York. I'm pretty excited to get over there and then hit the road. I did message a couple more people last night to see if I could get those jobs. I put my bids in. I put 2 bids in. One of them is from Connecticut to Maryland, and then I believe the other one I did where was it? It might have been West Virginia to Florida, but we'll see which ones I get. I still do have that job that I am doing tomorrow afternoon whenever I get down there in Kentucky, and then that'll be my last job unless something else pops up. Excuse me. But it all depends on what people say, if they want the job or not, or if they want me to do it or not. Either way, I am trying to do this through Monday. I got myself an extra day just to take my time getting back because it already is a lot of driving. But yeah, I'll see y'all again in about 3 hours. are still in Pennsylvania. Got about 2 hours left until I get to the drop-off in New York. So we will probably be getting into New York State here pretty soon. I just wanted to get this little update. I don't know what city I'm coming up on, but looks like a pretty decent sized city. Next update will be state line. Alright, I am coming up on the New York border. There's a truck inspection here. I'm not sure if they have a livestock inspection going to New York, so we're going to figure that out. Just to make sure that you got your Coggins and your health certs when you're hauling. Especially when you're going out of state, you want to make sure you have those things. Really, anytime that you trailer a horse, you need to have a Coggins, because if you get pulled over and you don't have the Coggins on you, it's a pretty hefty fine. So you just want to make sure you cover your base right there. Like I said, I'm not sure if there is a livestock inspection. I'm kind of keeping my eyes peeled for that. But we are officially in New York State. I'm gonna keep going. I got about 40 minutes left on the drive here until we get to where I'm dropping these guys off at. And if anything else happens that's exciting, or I see something cool, I'll get back on here and I'll show y'all. I'm still looking out for the livestock inspection, just in case. Hey everybody, so I forgot to update, but I did get to the drop-off location. I got all of the animals unloaded. The new owner is extremely happy. So now I am heading down to Ohio. There are 2 potential jobs down there that I could get. I put my bids in on them, just waiting for them to reply. I had one person reply. They wanted to know what my rig was, the truck, trailer, and all that. So I went ahead and sent that information to them. I'm just waiting to see what they say. They have a horse that they want taken to Louisiana, so I might do that. And then there's another horse kind of along the same route, if I were to pick that one up, that needs to go down to Tennessee. So I'm just waiting to hear back, and other than that, I am heading back towards Tennessee. I'm going to try to get something where I can mount my phone on the windshield here, so I can do a little bit of a time-lapse video for you guys to add that in there. I think it'd be kind of cool to have a whole time-lapse of my entire trip, showing all my stops and stuff like that. So I'll give you guys an update as soon as I got it. Alright, so I am driving through Syracuse, New York right now. I'm gonna be heading west from here, going to Ohio. I'm gonna drive right past the Great Lakes. I believe there's a Love's truck stop right before that. So I'm gonna be able to get the stand to set my phone up, and I'll be able to do a little time-lapse video driving past the Great Lakes, I hope. But I hope you enjoy. Alright, so I got the window mount. Finally found one. I am extremely exhausted. Probably not going to drive too much more today. I'm probably just going to get down into Ohio, and then I'm getting a hotel room tonight so I can actually get some good sleep. But I did get this, so I will do the time-lapse video from here to Ohio. And right now I'm just outside of Waterloo, New York, at Love's truck stop. So I'm gonna go ahead and time-lapse from here. So I am now in Ohio. That job that I had lined up to pick up in Ohio, they actually canceled last night. They said that they found a friend that could do it for them. So my trip is more or less done. I'm just heading home now. But I got to visit 3 new states this weekend. It was Pennsylvania, New York, and Ohio, which is where I'm at now. It's about a 9-hour drive to get back home from here. So I might do a little time lapse for you guys so you can kind of see that drive. And I watched the time lapses I did last night, and they actually turned out pretty cool. So I will be, I mean, you guys will see before you see this, but I like the way that they turned out. I hope that y'all like them too. Alright, I'm going to turn the time lapse on. I'm just going to leave it on the whole trip back, so you get to see the stops I make, the road and all that good stuff. Alright.